there's this problem called the alignment problem. That's how the engineers describe it, which is how do we know that these AI systems will have human interest in mind? And you think, okay, how do we make machines that have human interests in mind? And then you think, oh, well, we have the same problem with adolescents. How do we ensure that we train our children so that they have their own interests and broad social interests in mind? And the answer always has been that you provide them with a classic religious and humanities education, because that provides an axis of stability around which all other knowledge can be organized. Now, the problem with large language models at the moment is they're hyper-trained on modern text. And so they're ideologically addled and woke. And so we've been experimenting with training LLMs on a more classic basis. So we trained one on the King James Bible, and we haven't released it because I don't know what to think about it. It's like, you can ask the King James Bible a question. I was like, what the hell does that mean?
Right.
Well, like, seriously, what does that mean? And before we release it, we also want to make sure that we have it. We've developed the underlying technology properly. Okay, so what's the answer to your question? What AI will do will depend on the intent of the people who design it. Here's a terrifying thing. You tell me what you think about this.
Okay.
All right, so your thoughts are orienting phenomena. So you think so that you can lay out a pathway to a desired destination. And then you can evaluate the thought to see if that's a good strategy to get there. Okay, so there's an implication that comes along with that. A thought enters the theater of your imagination in relationship to your goal. So you can formulate that in religious language. The spirit that answers your prayers, the nature of the spirit that answers your prayers will be dependent on the nature of your prayer. Yeah, that's for sure. Right. Yeah. So imagine that you're harboring feelings of resentment and bitterness as you're plotting your economic pathway forward. And so you're trying to think about what you should do, but you have the spirit of resentment and bitterness sitting on your shoulder. The thoughts that enter your mind are going to be a consequence of your possession by that bitterness to the degree that you've allowed it to shape your goal. So here's a corollary of that. This is stunning. It's a stunning thing to understand. If you orient your aim upward in the highest manner, the spirit that informs your thought will be the spirit of the highest possible aim. And God, that's something to know, man. So that's what a religious practice, a fundamental religious practice is for. It's like, get rid of the corrupt motivation. Get rid of it. Get rid of it. Pray for the salvation of your soul, that you're aiming right, because your aim is going to determine the content of your thoughts. And that is how it works technically. That's how it works neuropsychologically. Your thoughts are the handmaiden of your aim.